Okay, guys, can you see me? Can you hear me? Please, give me a thumbs up. Great. Okay. Okay. Very good afternoon to everyone joining us today. I'm Van Sethi, Chair of Tradophile, the Finance and Investment Society of GGSIPU East Delhi campus. And it's my absolute pleasure to welcome you all to this insightful webinar on From College to Trading Desk, the smart way to enter the markets. Finance and trading have always been dynamic fields, but with AI-driven strategies and data-backed decision-making, the landscape is evolving faster than ever. Today, we have an industry expert with us who will guide us through modern trading strategies, career opportunities, and the power of a platform like Tradomate One. So if you are a finance enthusiast, a budding trader, or just someone curious about how to navigate the market smartly, you are in the right place. It's an honor to introduce our distinguished speaker for today, Mr. Ritvik Dashora. He's the co-founder of Tradomate One, a cutting-edge trading platform revolutionizing how traders make informed decisions. A well-known YouTube educator, his content has helped thousands of traders understand market trends, risk management, and profitable strategies. With years of experience in finance and trading, he is here today to share valuable insights on breaking into the world of trading, career paths in finance, and leveraging AI for market success. Let's give a virtual round of applause as we welcome Mr. Ritvik Dashora.
Thank you so much, Vansh, for such a great introduction. And thanks everyone for joining this call. I know it's Friday evening. I think you guys might have some plans after this particular workshop. So yes, please continue with that after this. But यहाँ पर हम लोग बहुत सारी चीजें सीखने वाले. Let's keep it very casual, right? I'm not at all a formal person. I would like you to be involved with the workshop as well, not just me saying all the things, right? So the first thing that we should do is, if all of you guys can turn on your camera, if it's possible, if you are in a comfortable place. Otherwise, it's fine. But at least some of you guys, if you turn on your cameras, that would be very helpful. Cool. Perfect. So let's start with this. Just a quick question. How many of you, thanks Shashwat for turning on the camera. I think, guys, please turn on the camera. Otherwise, मैं start नहीं करूँगा.
Guys, that's the college ki bhi, it's off. If you are at a good place, you can turn on your camera. We can interact.
क्योंकि एक interactive session होगा. You are right?
Okay, we have some people in our lecture hall too, sir. Okay.
Yes, perfect. So just a quick question. I don't know if you guys follow markets. First question is, how many of you follow markets, especially Indian stock market? Thumbs up के through मुझे बता दीजिए. People who are very actively engaged. Perfect. There are a few people. So I think आप अगर markets देखते हैं, you would know that today the market crashed. Right? There's a drop of somewhere around 2% because of a panic sell. Right? अब ये क्यों हुआ, ये भी हम थोड़ा सा briefly cover करेंगे, and how to find opportunities in these types of situation. क्योंकि trader को bullish and bearish दोनों markets अच्छे लगते हैं. If there is a volatility, there is a lot of opportunity to earn money. Perfect. So let's start our session. I'll quickly share my screen. Let me know if you guys can see it. Just 1 second. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir. It's visible.
Perfect. Yes. So our session is from college to trading desk, a smart way to enter the markets. Now, why I actually was interested in this particular workshop, because I also was an engineer a few years ago. I pursued my mechanical engineering from NIT Bhopal. Or these types of sessions are actually very helpful for you, like budding rock stars like you guys, because again, हम लोग वहाँ पे इतना सीखते नहीं हैं. These are the practical things that we need to learn. That's the reason Vansh and I spoke to each other and like, yeah, let's plan something here. So first of all, thank you so much, Vansh, for inviting me in this particular event. Again, as I mentioned in the beginning, this session would be very interactive. It won't be just me speaking. So I'll be asking a lot of questions to you. You can just, like, this is not a Zoom, so I cannot have a poll here. You can just, I would say, have your engagement with a thumbs up, as you're already doing. Perfect. So this workshop is in collaboration with Tradomate One, which is a trading ecosystem. We started this company 1.5 years ago, and we'll cover more things about it, how we can actually help you learn trading from scratch, right? So quick introduction about myself. I think some of you, I just checked my LinkedIn. Some of you have checked my profile as well. So yes, I'll quickly go through it. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Tradomate One. I'm a CFA charter holder, have been in this industry for a very long time. I've been a trader myself for around 12, 13 years myself. Again, I started my journey as a mechanical engineer from NIT Bhopal. Then just after engineering, I was not interested in mechanical engineering. So I started exploring business opportunities. I had a small business just after the college. Then it didn't work out well at that time. Then I joined an investment banking company. And then worked on some financial modeling rules, banking, debt capital markets, etc. Then pursued my master's in advanced finance from IE Business School, Spain, major in fintech. I think some of you guys would know it. And while I was pursuing my master's, I started my YouTube channel, which is on financial programming. Now, why financial programming? Because I didn't know programming myself. I could see that there is a big problem of people who don't know coding on how to optimize and automate trading strategies, because I am a passionate trader for a very long time, and programming was one of the friction for me. And that's the reason I could see that there's a big gap. There are many people like me. I started my YouTube channel, Financial Programming with Ritvik. From scratch, I was learning with my audience all different types of things. I learned everything from scratch. And yeah, dhire dhire karke sab kuch bante gaya. I have somewhere around 46 or 47,000 of subscribers, somewhere around 2 million views on my YouTube channel. So yeah, that's my hobby that I'm doing. My recent work experience has been with a startup called Deserve. I led their investments team and left Deserve when after its Series A at a valuation of $100 million. Then we started Tradomate One. My co-founder is from Deserve only. He was leading the tech team. I was leading the investments team, and that's how we connected. And we thought that let's try to solve some problem in the world of trading as well, right? क्योंकि Deserve एक wealth management company है, and हम लोग trading enthusiast हैं. And that's why we were thinking कि यार हमने जो भी काम किया है, let's try to put all these things in one platform. And that's how Tradomate One was born. So that's a quick, I would say, information about my background. If you guys want to stay in touch with me, please reach out to me on LinkedIn. Again, would love to talk to you guys if you need any guidance, anything. Now let's come to our session. What are the topics that we are going to cover in this session? मैंने multiple meetings किए वंश के साथ, and thanks to Vansh, he helped me a lot in curating the content of this particular workshop. So we'll start with the first thing, which is from college to trading. That is the skills to acquire to become an individual trader, a successful individual trader. Then we'll see how AI is revolutionizing trading industry. Then after that, AI-powered market intelligence, AI-enhanced RSI breakout strategies. That's one of the strategies that we would be talking about. Then we'll be building some strategies using AI. And then in the end, we'll talk about risk management on how we should be focusing more on risk management rather than returns, because most of the people just focus on returns. Cool. Perfect. कुछ और चीज मुझसे आपको कवर करवाना है. If you have anything in your mind, please let me know in the chat box. I will try to cover those things while speaking, I would say, while covering different slides. Okay? Perfect. So we all know that AI has disrupted all the industries worldwide. But in trading, it's a bit new, right? हम लोग सुनते जरूर हैं कि यार किसी ने एक AI का क्वांट फंड बना दिया है, इतना सब कुछ इतना हो गया है, right? But we don't know the exact application of AI, at least on an individual basis. There are some companies who are engaged in using AI in different types of optimization, but individuals itne nahi. In the end, we use ChatGPT or some other types of AI tools, right? I'll give you a scenario. Imagine if you wake up with a 1 crore of profit while you were sleeping. Just close your eyes And just imagine this thing. अभी आप सब students हैं, हम सब imagine तो कर ही सकते हैं, right? कैसा लगेगा? It would be amazing, right? I have 1 crore rupees. I can do anything. But the hard truth is that this is not going to happen. Of course, there's no free lunch. You cannot earn money overnight. Of course, we need detailed analysis. We need to do a lot of things before it. But there's one thing, we can actually generate wealth with systematic trading and investing, especially using AI. क्योंकि अभी AI के बहुत अच्छी technologies available है. We all know about Chat GPT. We all know about Perplexity. We all know, like recently, know about DeepSeek, for example, right? So there is something possible. We don't know exactly what to do, right? That's what we are going to cover in this particular session. That will be one of the focus, right? If I talk about what is AI in trading, now there are two types of philosophies here in trading or investing or any finance related activities. The one thing is using AI or ML models for decision making, right? Which is basically मैंने deploy करके रखा है, वो ही pick करेगा जो भी करना है, like be picking the best stocks as per my philosophy, entering at the right time, exiting at the right time, etc., etc. That's one thing. Second is using AI to optimize ourselves. ठीक है ना? The first scenario is the most ideal scenario. But जितनी technology अभी तक है available and the way market sometimes behave, this is like the first scenario is something which is very, very difficult, although there are many institutions which are working on it. But on an individual basis, it's pretty impossible as of now. Maybe like in future it would be. So let's focus on the second thing. How can I use AI to optimize ourselves? And this is what we'll be covering in much detail in this particular session, right? Perfect. Let's see what are the big companies which are using AI to generate wealth. I think most of you guys or every one of you, all of you guys would know this, which is Renaissance Technologies, right? It's a quant hedge fund, right? It's an AI-driven hedge fund, and they use machine learning models for HFT, which is also known as high-frequency trading, and have made significant amount of returns. As per I can remember, is one of his funds have generated an annual average return of somewhere around 66%, and they created a total trading gains of more than $100 billion. So again, institution is doing something. Of course, they have a team of PhD scholars. They have a team of mathematicians. Right? There's a lot of things which is happening. In fact, उनका मैंने एक interview सुना था Jim Simons का, which is basically he was like, I don't want finance people. I want mathematicians. I want PhD scholars. I want people who are very good in maths in 11th and 12th class. Can you imagine? So we all can actually target those types of things using the things that Jim Simons has actually visioned a few years ago, right? Unfortunately, he's no more. Recently, he passed away. But a great personality to idealize, right? The second is JP Morgan's LOXM. It's a system. It's a software for quick trading execution, doing price discovery based on billions of the past trades that they have done and other people have done. Right? They have also, I would say, made a lot of returns through a lot of software programs that they have created. So, what is the next thing? Institutions have done it. What is remaining now? 23rd of September 2024 को एक report आया था SEBI का. I don't know if you guys follow that, but I'll just quickly go through it. So they mentioned that around 93% of the individual traders lost money in index derivatives in India. 93% of the individual traders. Can you imagine? इसका मतलब जो भी पैसा individuals are losing, ये institutions कमा रहे हैं. Institutions and prop trading firms. So what is that one thing that these people have, but we don't? Fortunately, now we have a lot of tools, and now it is your turn. We all need to stand up. We all need to understand that at an era when like we have n number of AI models for free, such as Chat GPT, DeepSeek AI, Copilot, etc., we can actually trade like an institution, right? But let's understand how to use AI here. What are the skills to acquire to become a successful trader for you guys, right? You're in college right now. I won't go very deep into the trading world, but I would like to cover all the types of skill sets that you should be focusing on. The first thing is, I don't know, अब कुछ ही लोगों ने thumbs up किया था, तो I'm assuming that not a lot of people know detailed knowledge or have detailed knowledge about trading or investing. But still, I would like to cover these types of things. The first thing is basic concepts of trading. In the end, trading is transaction, right? मैंने कुछ खरीदा, वंश ने कुछ बेचा, वंश ने कुछ खरीदा और शाश्वत ने कुछ बेचा, and so on. This is trading in the end. Whatever mathematical models we do, whatever ML models or AI models, whatever it is, in the end, it's basic transaction between two people, right? Exchange is something which is in mid, right? वो एक intermediary है जो कि एक counterparty और दूसरे counterparty को add कर रहा है. It's as simple as that. इतनी simple चीज को और ज्यादा profitable बनाने के लिए there are a lot of other things that came in the market, which is basically the types of trading, right? There are mostly three types of trading: intraday, swing, and position. Now, because you guys are in college, I don't think you guys are actively trading, although you follow markets, but उसके लिए पैसा लगता है, of course, and I can understand. हम लोग का सबका pocket money limited होता है, party भी करनी होती है Friday night को. So I'll assume that not a lot of people know it. So I'll quickly cover all these things. Intraday is basically taking a position, be it a buy or a sell position, and then squaring it off on that day itself. Swing trading is basically staying invested for a few days or a week or a few weeks and then squaring off. And position is basically long-term investing, which is मैंने 3 साल का एक या 5 साल का एक मैंने view बना के रखा है. And I think, for example, I think that the Indian financial sector is going to do well. So I'm buying some banking stocks in my portfolio. That's called position trading, right? Understanding the stock market, that's the third thing that you should know. Now, understanding का मतलब सिर्फ ये नहीं कि यार BSE होता है, NSE होता है, Nifty होता है, Sensex होता है. There are more things like what are different types of players in this market. मैंने कुछ लोग का तो नाम लिया था: individual traders, institutions, prop trading firms. There are some brokers who are involved in it. There are foreign institutional investors. अगर आपने शायद अभी न्यूज़ सुनी होगी, Indian markets are going down because there are many FIIs, foreign institutional investors, who are exiting India and buying China, right? अभी geopolitical war चल रहा है, tariffs and all. I think आप सुन ही रहे होंगे Donald Trump का. So understanding the stock market in detail. Now, by saying understanding the stock market, it's not only Indian market, but also US market. US market भी बहुत ज़्यादा downfall हो रहा है. We are very much correlated with US market. The correlation is, I would say, going down with time. But पहले तो बहुत ही ज़्यादा हुआ करता था. Now, India खुद से अपना खुद का एक consumption economy बना रहा है, तो it's now becoming very much independent. But still, we are heavily dependent on the US market. So we need to understand the US market. We need to understand the Japanese market, Europe market, and not only the stock markets, we also need to understand things like commodities, especially oil. Now, India का सबसे बड़ा import oil है. Second number पे आता है gold, right? So ये दो commodities बहुत बड़े level पे Indian जो RBI के पास जो total cash जो है उसको impact करता है, which impacts the currency depreciation or appreciation. अगर आपने सुना होगा कि Indian rupee is like with respect to US dollars, it's performing really bad. ये क्यों हो रहा है? A lot of geopolitical things happening, and also things like war, Israel और Palestine का war, या फिर जो भी Iran and Israel का war, and so on. Because of these types of things, जो supply chain जो है oil का वो disrupt होता है, and that's why the currency is impacted. Because of the currency being impacted, the stock markets are impacted. So we need to understand, we need to have the overview or a point of view on these types of things. Not only stock market, but also commodities, forex market, and other types of things. I think most of you guys would be tracking some Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies as well. They are not at all related to the stock market. Sometimes they do impact, but I don't know if it does. So I'm not that guy. I cannot explain a lot of things in the cryptocurrencies. So let's keep it aside as of now. ठीक है ना, ये हो गया. Lastly, the type of analysis that we do in trading. There are two types of analysis. This is very important, guys. अगर कुछ भी लगता है तो please ask the question. Once I request you, if someone asks a question on the chat box, please let me know, because मैंने अपना screen share कर रखा है. I cannot see the screen. I cannot see the Google Meet now.
Sure, sir. Sure. I'll do that.
Cool. So there are two types of analysis This is very important, guys. The first one is the just one second, the fundamental analysis. The second one is technical analysis. आप में से कितने लोगों को पता है कि ये चीज एग्जिस्ट करती है ट्रेडिंग वर्ल्ड में या फाइनेंस वर्ल्ड में? ठीक है, वी हैव a few people here who know about it. I'll just cover both of them one by one. Fundamental analysis is basically analyzing any company's intrinsic value, analyzing if the company's actual worth is exactly matching with the market value or not. ठीक है ना? मैं एग्जांपल देता हूँ. मेरा लैपटॉप है, राइट? सो ये मैक में क्या क्या चीजें, क्या क्या चिप्स डला है, क्या मेरा इस सिस्टम की कितना साल पहले मैंने लिया था, इसकी स्क्रीन क्वालिटी क्या है, सो राइट. मैं एक एक चीज की एनालिसिस कर रहा हूँ. मेरा कीबोर्ड की वैल्यू कितनी है, द सिस्टम्स में रैम, इन सबको मैंने ऐड कर दिया. देन आई कैन एक्चुअली कैलकुलेट कि यार इस पूरे इस कंप्यूटर की कितनी वैल्यू है. So basically intrinsic value, understanding the actual value of the company, something called fundamental analysis. There is a lot more detailed things, but मैं आपको एक surface level पे सारी चीज explain कर रहा हूँ because you guys are new. Again, if you want, please go through a lot of detailed, I would say, articles and other things about the fundamental analysis. But in the end, it's basically finding the intrinsic value of a company. On the other hand, the technical analysis is something which is doing some sort of analysis or recognition of patterns on chart. आपने सबने देखा होगा CNBC या फिर कुछ भी स्टॉक मार्केट ऐसे अप जा रहा है, कुछ तो ऐसे कैंडलस्टिक्स का एक चार्ट होता है. लेट मी नो how many of you guys know what are the candlesticks charts. ठीक, कुछ लोगों को पता है. It is basically a type of chart जो कि अगर आपने CNBC वगैरह देखा होगा तो आपको दिख रहा होगा मार्केट ऊपर जा रहा है एंड डाउन जा रहा है, राइट? Doing some sort of analysis on the chart is called technical analysis. Now, what is that analysis? ये भी बहुत deep जाता है, बहुत detail जाता है. There are things like technical indicators. There are things like the pattern recognition. There are things like some things like कुछ 2 या 3 कैंडल्स का कुछ तो एक पैटर्न बनता है, जैसे बुलिश एनगल्फिंग, देयर इज समथिंग कॉल्ड मॉर्निंग स्टार, इवनिंग स्टार, एटसेट्रा एटसेट्रा. आई एम नॉट गोइंग डीप इनटू ऑल दिस थिंग्स बिकॉज़ अदरवाइज हमको 6 घंटे का सेशन लेना पड़ेगा. बट इन द एंड we guys should understand there are 2 types of analysis, fundamental and technical analysis. Now, if you guys are looking for a career in trading, this is very very important for you to understand these 2 things in detail. अगर आप again, very important thing, if you guys are taking notes, please do. If you are targeting something into investment banking, corporate finance, or financial modeling, these types of things, then fundamental analysis के ऊपर detailed knowledge is important. If you're targeting things on trading, right, or family offices, या फिर investment banking में भी trading desk होते हैं, या फिर अपना ये जो होता है forex का या फिर treasury management, all these things. For all these things, you need to understand technical analysis in much detail. ठीक है ना? I'll again cover. अगर आप investment banking, financial modeling, corporate finance इस तरह के roles target कर रहे हैं future में, please focus on fundamental analysis. If you're targeting more specific towards trading, please do more research, I would say detailed research, or get more knowledge on the technical analysis. Both the fields are good. किसी में प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, दोनों में स्ट्रगल मिलेगा, दोनों में अच्छा होगा. Thankfully, finance is a field where we make crores of money, right? So whatever you pick, अगर आप उसमें passionate हो, you will make a lot of money, right? This is very very important because the job market have seen a lot of ups and downs. I'm telling you a good news. In next 6 months, or I would say even 1 year, or even 2 years as well, this is going to go up only. The job markets are going to do well eventually, क्योंकि पिछले कुछ टाइम से बहुत खराब रहा है. Unless and until there's some other AI technology which replace a lot of repetitive jobs. So again, target something which cannot be replaced. And if you're targeting finance field or anything related to investing, fundamental and technical analysis is something that you guys should look for. Perfect. Let's come to the to the analysis of the entire trading strategy. Now, because मैं खुद एक trader हूँ, I will be talking more about trading. If you have any questions about investing, मैं investment banking का भी experience था, please let me know in the comment section बोल रहा हूँ मैं YouTube पे बोल के, let me know in the chat box, right? वहाँ पर देखकर I'll answer all the questions. Perfect. So how can I analyze my trading strategy, and what does it what do we call that particular thing? I'll go back to this slide. मैंने बोला था कि यार, if I do detailed technical analysis, if I do read charts, I can create some trading strategies. How to analyze those trading strategies? मैंने चार्ट तो पढ़ लिया, मैंने 2-3 बड़े नाम भी लिए थे, मॉर्निंग स्टार और पता नहीं क्या. Does it work? And for which type of stocks do these things work? Because there are n number of things. बड़ी मोटी बुक्स लिखी है लोगों ने टेक्निकल एनालिसिस के ऊपर. कौन सी वो एक पर्टिकुलर चीज है जो मैं अपनी स्ट्रैटेजी में डालूं? I cannot put everything. अगर आप लोग अभी इंजीनियरिंग कर रहे हैं, जो भी आप पढ़ाई कर रहे हैं, you would be learning a lot of things. What are those few things जिसके ऊपर आप काफी ज्यादा फोकस करेंगे तो आपकी जॉब्स या फिर आपका फ्यूचर करियर काफी अच्छा होगा? That's a very important question. Someone, Satyam, answered that risk management is one of the things, right? Yes, risk management is very important, but risk management comes after we make the trading strategy, right? So, after we make and analyze the returns of the trading strategy. So there are two types of analysis. The first one is return analysis. The second one is risk analysis. He's very right. The risk management is very important. Doing analysis on risk is more important than return, but we need to analyze the return first, right? That's how it works. So the way that we can do this is basically understanding if how my trading strategy has worked in the past, considering the historical data. मेरी ट्रेडिंग स्ट्रैटेजी ने कितना रिटर्न्स बनाया है, and this is called backtesting. If you're targeting becoming an individual trader, or you would like to join some family offices or prop trading firms or do things in this particular industry, you need to understand what is backtesting in detail. It's basically, in the end, बहुत सारे लोग बड़े jargons फेंकेंगे, but in the end, it's basically testing our trading strategy on historical data. ठीक है ना? मैं एक एग्जांपल देता हूँ. For example, if the market goes up, I keep on buying. If the market goes down, I keep on selling, which is called momentum strategy. एक ये एक strategy है. Second is when the market goes up, I sell. When the market goes down, I buy. ठीक है ना? ये हो गया जहाँ पर मैं अपना पुल बैक्स या फिर उसका ब्रेकआउट, अपना जो मार्केट के छोटे मूवमेंट्स उसको पकड़ रहा हूँ. Both are renowned trading strategies. There are a lot of traders doing trading in both the strategies. Now, मैंने अगर एक स्टॉक पकड़ा, for example, Infosys. Does the momentum strategy work here, or a strategy like pullback works here? We need to understand historically, यार पहले इतने सारे सालों में अगर मैं ये strategy रन करता तो क्या होता, right? We'll have to see that there are some platforms which are leveraging AI in backtesting as well. We are also covering at Tradomate.one. I'll quickly go through that thing as well. But sorry, someone is saying something? Okay.
No, sir, you can continue.
किसी का mic शायद on था. Perfect. So what are the metrics? Someone mentioned about the risk management, but we need to understand the net profit first. CAGR, which is also known as compound annual growth rate, CAGR. The third thing is maximum drawdown, Sharpe ratio, order level trading analysis, scenario analysis. एक करके सारी चीज कवर करते हैं. Basically, अगर मेरी अपनी Infosys की momentum की trading strategy historically run की, what is the total overall profit that I earned with that trading strategy? अगर negative है तो doesn't make sense, और हो सकता है कि यार मैं गलत ही time period में testing कर रहा हूँ. CAGR is basically what's the annual return, right? हो सकता है कि पिछले 3 साल में 56% return का हुआ है. So what is 56% annually? Right, simple compound interest or simple interest जो आपने सीखा होगा बचपन में. It's simple formula. Then maximum drawdown. What is the biggest downfall of the market of the share price of Infosys in this particular time period? Right? हो सकता है उसका peak गया था say 2000 and downfall होके 1000 पे आ गया. तो there is 50% downfall in one of the scenarios. Right? So 50% drawdown. Maximum drawdown is 50%. बेसिकली ये मैं देख रहा हूँ कि यार ऐसा तो नहीं कि भाई पास्ट में अगर 50% हुआ तो फिर से 50% हो गया तो नुकसान हो जाएगा. That's the reason why we need to understand maximum drawdown. Sharpe ratio is basically risk adjusted return. How much risk I am taking to earn that return? If I ask say वंश को मैं बोलता हूँ कि यार वंश एक काम करते हैं, if you say do some mischievous activities. मेरे दिमाग में बहुत सारी चीजें आ रही, but I'm not saying these things on camera. But हाँ, do some mischievous activities and I give you 1 lakh rupees. ठीक है ना? तो वंश को ये एनालिसिस करना पड़ेगा कि वो जो मिस्चीवियस एक्टिविटीज है उससे यार हो सकता है कॉलेज से निकाल दे, हो सकता है कुछ और प्रॉब्लम हो जाए, हो सकता है पेरेंट्स तक बात चले जाए. सो दिस इज द रिस्क दैट ही इज टेकिंग and the money that he's making is 1 lakh rupees. So he'll have to understand the risk adjusted return. हो सकता है वंश आके बोलेगा यार 1 लाख तो बहुत कम है यार, let's do it at 10 lakhs पे बात डन करते हैं. मैं बोलता हूँ चलो यार 5 लाख पे करते हैं, and so on, right? So there is that one number जिसपे हम लोग आएंगे, जिसपे मैं वंश को कन्विंस कर लूंगा कि यार do that particular activity and I'll yes, it's called risk return rate. No, this is not risk return ratio, by the way, Pranav. I'll come to that part. Risk return ratio is a part of order level trading analysis. मैं उसमें आता हूँ. ये है risk adjusted return, right? Which is basically how much risk are you taking to earn that particular 1 unit of return, right? तो हाँ, जो भी हमने वो एक नंबर पे आए, वंश का बोला गया ठीक है 5 लाख पे बात डन करते. हो सकता है उसने जो भी एक्टिविटी की उसको प्रॉब्लम हो जाए, तो दैट वाज द रिस्क दैट ही टुक, दैट ही साइंड अप फॉर. एंड हो सकता है कुछ भी प्रॉब्लम ना हो and he earned 5 lakh rupees, right? So understanding मार्केट में भी सारी चीजें होती है. अगर मैं कोई एक बिटकॉइन में फॉर एग्जांपल मैं खरीदता हूँ, तो देयर इज अ पॉसिबिलिटी इट विल गो डाउन सिग्निफिकेंटली. सो आई नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड कितना मैं प्रॉफिट बना रहा हूँ विद रिस्पेक्ट टू द रिस्क दैट आई एम टेकिंग. कमिंग टू द नेक्स्ट वन, प्रणव ने जो चीज बोली थी रिस्क रिवॉर्ड रेशियो, जो कि आता है ऑर्डर लेवल ट्रेडिंग एनालिसिस में, व्हिच इज बेसिकली अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑल द ट्रेड्स वन बाय वन और एटलीस्ट इन सेट्स, राइट? वहां पर सारी चीजें होगी कि यार मैंने कब ट्रेड लिया, कब एग्जिट किया. What was the stop loss? Stop loss क्या होता है? Stop loss is basically a level when my trade will automatically square off if I make say X% of loss. Take profit उसका opposite होता है. क्या हो सकता है कि 10% प्रॉफिट पे मैं उसको ऑटोमेटिकली क्लोज करना चाहता हूँ, उसके ऊपर और रिटर्न बनाएगा. I'm not concerned about that. I just want to earn 10%. Let's say the take profit divided by the stop loss is called risk ratio analysis. If I'm saying that I'll square off the position if I earn 4% return or if I make 2% loss, market ऊपर नीचे कुछ भी जा सकता है. ये particular situation में I have a risk reward ratio of 2. 2:1. 1:2. Risk is 2 and reward is 4. So 1:2 risk reward ratio is का. Right. Coming to the scenario analysis, which is basically how my trading strategy behaved in historical scenarios. कोविड में क्या हुआ था, या फिर जब वॉर सिचुएशन हुई थी, यूक्रेन रशिया वॉर, उस टाइम पीरियड में मेरी स्ट्रेटजी ने कैसे बिहेव किया, एंड सो ऑन. दीस टाइप्स ऑफ थिंग्स आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट जस्ट टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हेनेवर सम सिग्निफिकेंट थिंग हैपन इन द मार्केट, हाउ माय ट्रेडिंग स्ट्रेटजी वुड बिहेव. हो सकता है सिग्निफिकेंट डाउनफॉल मिल जाए, हो सकता है सिग्निफिकेंट अप मिल जाए, व्हाटएवर इट इज. इफ आई टेल यू हाउ a trader or an investor does these types of analysis, this is how your analysis would look like. The first thing is open company's financial report, 100 plus pages of of numbers and technicalities. Check news articles. एक एनालिस्ट बोलेगा बाय, एक एनालिस्ट बोलेगा सेल. You'll have to analyze कि कौन सा एनालिस्ट सही है. Read through the SEBI filings and then in the end watch some YouTube videos to acquire the knowledge. But yeah, we all know that this is a very, very tedious process. Although I highly recommend you guys to learn all these things. We'll come back to the last slide, which is basically understanding the financial reports, understanding the analyst recommendations, SEBI filings, and again for learnings, you guys should watch YouTube videos as well. Again, if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, it's called Financial Programming with Ritvik. Thank you so much for that. If you are not interested in learning programming, because I only teach programming over there, financial programming, it's absolutely fine. You can just skip that part. So yes, it is a tedious process. Now coming to the very important thing, thanks to this generation, आपके पास इतनी टेक्नोलॉजीज है, हम लोग तो बहुत ट्रेडिशनल वे में ट्रेडिंग करते हुए आए हैं. Thanks to AI, which can now help you guys with all these things. Definitely, yes, this can help you guys. But how can I use AI in trading? But before that, let's understand a trader's journey. ठीक है ना? एक ट्रेडर की जो जर्नी होती है, it starts with the stock selection, asset discovery, what we call in the trading world, then doing detailed analysis of the strategy and then implementation. ठीक है ना? So I'll come back to the that particular thing, financial versus technical analysis. After doing all the technical analysis, the first thing that you'll do कि भाई कौन सा स्टॉक पे करूँ मैं ट्रेडिंग, राइट? मैंने इन्फोसिस एग्जांपल लिया. Why it's not HDFC Bank? Why it's not Reliance? We need to understand the top stocks as per your trading philosophy. Now, it's a very important thing. As per your trading philosophy, good stocks or top stocks or best stocks for Vansh can be different, and it can be different for me. यही सबसे बड़ा प्रॉब्लम है आज की तारीख में रिटेल ट्रेडर्स का. That's the reason why 93% of the traders are losing money. हमको टिप्स मिलती है. फॉर एग्जांपल वंश ने मुझे बोला कि यार इन्फोसिस में क्रेजी है यार, क्रेजी माहौल हो रहा है, लेट्स डू वन थिंग, लेट्स बाय. हो सकता है इन्फोसिस की जो एनालिसिस की है वंश ने वो उसकी ट्रेडिंग फिलोसॉफी के लिए होती है. हो सकता है भाई मेरे पे बहुत सारा लोन है, आई कैन नॉट टेक दैट पर्टिकुलर रिस्क. जो मैंने रिस्क एडजस्टेड रिटर्न की जो बात की थी, आई नीड टू हैव माय ट्रेडिंग फिलोसॉफी एज वेल, और इन्वेस्टिंग फिलोसॉफी, और व्हाटएवर फिलोसॉफी इट कैन बी. अगर मैं जॉब की बात करूं, एक जॉब किसी के लिए अच्छा हो सकता है, उसके लिए दूसरे के लिए वो अच्छा नहीं होगा. हो सकता है कि यार एक इंसान 18 घंटे काम कर सकता है, राइट? हो सकता है एक इंसान कोई वर्क लाइफ बैलेंस चाहिए. आई डोंट वांट टू वर्क मोर देन 8 hours or 7 hours a day, right? So इवन जॉब्स में भी होता है, बट इन स्टॉक मार्केट पीपल फॉलो टिप्स. टेलीग्राम ग्रुप्स को ज्वाइन करते हैं, स्कैम्स होता है, पैसा लूज होता है, विच इज अ वेरी बिग प्रॉब्लम, विच इज अगेन वन ऑफ द बिगेस्ट कंसर्न्स ऑफ सेबी, विच इज सिक्योरिटीज एक्सचेंज बोर्ड ऑफ इंडिया. जो गैम्बलिंग नेचर जो आज के तारीख में इंडिया में इंडिविजुअल ट्रेडर्स के अंदर आया है, इट्स वेरी वेरी डेंजरस फॉर द इंडियन इकोनॉमी, एंड दैट्स द रीजन व्हाई वी शुड स्टार्ट acquiring skills on how to make ourselves intelligent in trading world, right? So in traders की journey कैसे काम करती है? After doing the technical analysis or fundamental analysis, the first thing that we do is asset discovery. Asset discovery in what is that particular stock or any trading instrument that I should be opting for my trading strategy. वो एक stock एक particular sector का होगा, so understanding the sector as well. If I pick the stock, what is the trading strategy that I'm building, and then the execution through brokers like Zerodha, Grow, Upstocks. There are many brokers, right? Filtering the stocks is something called, or screening the stocks is something very, very, very important in this particular industry, because वहीं पर हमारा 90% of the जो win rate है वहीं पर decide हो जाता है. If you have not picked the right stocks, the game is over. आपका अगर लक चल गया तो पैसे बना लोगे, अदरवाइज नहीं बना पाओगे. Whatever type of trading you are doing, be it intraday or swing trading or position trading, right? So the first step is sector analysis and picking the top stocks as per your trading philosophy, then doing detailed research. And let's understand this with this particular thing. Let's start with a stock screener. ठीक है ना? आप में से कितने लोग जानते हैं व्हाट इज अ स्क्रीनर? हैव यू गाइस यूज्ड सम सॉर्ट ऑफ स्क्रीनर इन द पास्ट? Perfect. There are many people. कौन सा like if you guys are comfortable sharing the name, is it screener.in? There are people saying screener.in. Is there any other screener that you guys are using? Ticker tape. Okay. Money control. Money control पे screener भी है? Oh, I didn't know that. Dhan stock screener. By the way, Dhan is doing pretty good here. I recently met Praveen Jadhav, founder of Dhan. I had a great lunch with him. They are doing crazy things in trading and investing world. Again, a very good partner, like prospective partner for us in future. So let's understand. आपने ऐसे बताया ticker tape, screener.in, someone wrote Chart Inc, Dhan, right, money control, etc. These types of screener are available in the market. Let's understand what is a screener. Screener is a platform where you can put all your filters and find the top stocks as per your trading philosophy. Again, I'm repeating this again and again because top stocks can be different for Vansh, it can be different for me. So we need to understand what are the stocks which align with my trading philosophy. Now, let's screen stocks in seconds. You guys have already used a lot of platforms, screener.in, ticker tape, बाकी सबके अपने नाम लिए. I'm pretty sure that most of you guys have already signed up at Tradomate.one. I would like to showcase quickly of how we have built a screener and would love to know your feedback as well. Again, if you guys joined with phone or laptop, you guys can the first thing is basically Google Tradomate, login for free. Follow these steps, and I'll come to the next slide. Please do it. I'm waiting for 2 minutes. I think most of you guys have already logged in, so you guys don't need to sign up again. I'll show you how we are using AI in screening. After you log in and select the screener, you would see that there are many predefined screens available on the platform. But again, we are here to learn how to use AI for trading. So let's click on the create your own screen button. Let me know if you are facing any difficulties over there. And over there, you'll see a search bar. On the right side of the search bar, you'll see Write with AI. Just click on it. Now it's your personal screener. You can write whatever you want. Now, of course, you don't write some mischievous things. The system will anyways delete it. You can write these types of things. Again, or anything that you have in your mind. Things like give a list of momentum stocks, stocks with bullish engulfing in last 2 days, stocks with uptrend in last 3 days, list of stocks with P ratio. P ratio, by the way, काफी important ratio होता है in finance industry का. It's basically price by earning. And आपने शायद वॉरेन बुफे की फिलोसॉफी देखी होगी क्या? वॉरेन बुफे बोलते हैं कि P ratio should be less than 20 for investing. It's called value investing. So that's the reason I wrote this thing. P ratio less than 20, dividend yield greater than 4%, ADX greater than 30, or other things as well. You can write just a few of these things. I am giving you 2 minutes and checking all you guys here on the platform. मैं आप सबकी activity check कर पा रहा हूँ actually tradomate.one पे. I can see that some of you guys are doing it. Again, I'm coming to this particular part, which is basically after login, just click on this. Let me do one thing. मैं खुद भी साथ में करते जाता हूँ. That's a better way to do it. Just 1 second. Tradomate. Can you see my screen? Perfect. Yes.
Yes, sir.
After login, just go to screener, or you can select this particular I would say button. Right, I'll click on screener, for example. Now here you can see some predefined screens already here. Fundamental screens, technical screens. The name are very similar, right? हमने बात की थी fundamental analysis and technical analysis की. This is what it is. The type of screens. Valued stocks, undervalued stocks, and other growth stocks, etc. come under the fundamental umbrella, and these types of things like bullish momentum stocks, dragonfly, doji, and all these things come under the technical screens, right? Again, I want my own screens. I don't want any predefined. So I'll click on this button, which is create your new screen. It will redirect me to this page. Now over here on the right side, you can click on Write with AI, this one. Now this is your personal chat GPT. Let me just write this. Stocks with, क्या लिखूं मैं यहाँ पे? Vansh, can you suggest me something? Uptrend in last 3 days?
Yes, sir.
ये लिख लेते हैं. अभी मार्केट बहुत डाउन जा रहा है.
बहुत डाउन चल रहा है.
I want to see this कि कैसा होता है. I'll hit enter. It is recognizing my statement now because आप काफी सारे लोग एक साथ इसमें वो कर रहे हैं. The platform has become a bit slow. I'm very happy to see it slow the first time because you guys are using it crazily. Now here you can see my conditions are created. The system has recognized my statement, made 2 conditions. Let's not go into the conditions. I'll directly click on save and run. This will save this particular screen. Again, thank you so much, guys. You guys are actually using it crazily, and that's the reason the system is down for the first time, and I'm very happy. this thing. Oh my God, there's only one stock जो मैंने आज लिखा है ये. There's only one stock with an uptrend in last 3 days. Can you imagine? Only HDFC Bank out of the Nifty 50, right? Perfect, yeah. That's good. I think HDFC Bank is doing pretty good. Again, that's not an investment or trading recommendation from my side, guys. Do detailed research. Let me do one thing. I'll click on all stocks. ठीक है ना, यहाँ पर अभी Nifty 50 selected है. Let's do all stocks. All stocks. Sectors all ही रखते हैं. ठीक है ना. NSE या फिर BSE. I'll keep NSE. ठीक है ना. Now I'll click on save and run. I think I should see some more stocks here. Perfect. I have 167 stocks in the list now, which have shown some upward momentum. Let me do one more thing. ये तो एक चीज हो गया. Out of this 167 stocks, I want to filter more. इतना सारा एनालिसिस मैं नहीं कर सकता हर एक स्टॉक्स को इंडिविजुअली. Let me do one thing. मैंने एक चीज बताई थी अभी आपको कि Warren Buffett philosophy, which is basically the P ratio should be less than 20. ठीक है ना. Simple statement. The P ratio is basically price to earning ratio, should be less than 20. I hit enter. Another condition is being created. Let me save and run again. Let's see. मैं खुद भी explore कर रहा हूँ आपके साथ ही. Now 54 companies. There are 54 value stocks which Warren Buffett, for example, would be tracking, which have shown some upward trend in the very bearish market in India. So these are some good stocks. Let me filter it with volume. Again, सबसे ऊपर HDFC Bank ही आ रहा है. Bandhan Bank is also here. Or HEG, a good company. I'll put more things. और क्या मैं डाल दूँ? Because we are talking about uptrend, I will include one of the technical indicators called ADX. I want to keep it greater than 20 or 30. Right? ADX is greater than 30. It means that ADX is basically a technical indicator जो कि एक trend को बताता है. If it is less than 30 or 25, the trend is not very strong. If it is greater than 30, then there is some strong trend. It can be bullish trend or bearish trend. By the way, for the newbies, bullish is basically upward market or positive market, and bearish is basically the negative market. So right now the market is negative. I want some trending. It can be negative. It will be negative here. Stocks with an ADX of greater than 30. I click on save and run again. And now I have 25 companies. I want to come to somewhere around 10. So this is how a trader thinks. मैं क्या-क्या चीजें डाल रहा हूँ. So the first thing that I looked for was a momentum. Second was value stocks. Third was trend. What else is important here? I would like to understand if there is some very strong pattern, right, in last 2 days, right? So a strong pattern is bullish engulfing. So bullish engulfing in last 2 days. Bullish engulfing किसको कहते हैं, guys? I'll quickly come to this to Google Baba, bullish engulfing, and I'll share this. Yes, this is called bullish engulfing. If there are 2 candles, for example, the red candle is being engulfed by a green candle completely. मतलब इसका जो body है red, वो पूरी तरह से engulf हो चुका है green candle. This is called bullish engulfing. Now there is a philosophy that whenever this thing happens, the market is, I would say, there's a reversal in the market. It goes bullish after that. Right? Again, it is one of the philosophy that we need to, of course, test before putting our real money. मैंने लिखा है bullish engulfing in last 2 days because I want some very strong stocks. I'm pretty sure that zero हो जाएगा. Let's see if we can find something here. Bullish engulfing.
Sir, sorry to interrupt. There are 2 questions in the chat box. Someone is asking that does the P ratio of less than 20 rule apply to all the sectors?
Good question. The answer is no, because different sector. What is P in the end? चलो मैं P पे आता हूँ. I'll come to this part. I have now 4 stocks with me with bullish engulfing. These stocks have shown some strong returns or some strong bullish momentum. Again, please guys, जाके सीधे पैसे मत invest कर देना इसमें. But that's how a trader does analysis. Please make sure you click on these, I would say, all these companies and say go to the company page, do more analysis on the charts here, right? Again, after you study these things and then only put real money. Please मेरे ये सब चीज देखकर पैसे मत डाल देना. मैं आप literally randomly यहाँ पे कुछ चीजें लिख रहा हूँ. Coming to the question, which is, does a P ratio of less than 20 work for all the sectors? The answer is no. Why? Because if we understand what is a P ratio is price by earning per share. Earning per share मतलब कंपनी का कितना प्रॉफिट बना है, नेट इनकम कितना है, एंड टोटल नंबर ऑफ शेयर्स कितने आउटस्टैंडिंग है, मार्केट में कितने हैं, उन दोनों को डिवाइड कर देंगे. Earnings divided by the total number of shares outstanding. That's called earning per share, which is basically एक शेयर पे मैं कितना पैसा बना रहा हूँ, कंपनी कितना पैसा बना रही है. ठीक है ना. मैं ट्रेडोमेट का एग्जांपल लेता हूँ. Although we are not making money as of now, early stage startup, but just imagine हम लोग profitable company होते, and say there are 1,000 shares, we are making say 1 crore, right? So 1 crore divided by 1,000 is 1 lakh and 10,000 rupees. ठीक है ना. तो 10,000 रुपीज हर शेयर पे हम पैसा बना रहे. ठीक है ना. इसका मतलब ये हो, वी हैव 1,000 शेयर्स एंड 1 करोड़ बना रहे. 10,000 रुपीज पर शेयर हम लोग पैसा इनकम जनरेट कर रहे हैं, धंधा कर रहे हैं, बिजनेस कर रहे हैं. राइट नाउ वो एक पर्टिकुलर शेयर की मार्केट वैल्यू कितनी है, अगर मैं वो मार्केट में लेके जाऊंगा, ठीक है ना, और वो उसको मैं बोलूंगा कि 10,000 का, कोई भी इंसान बोलता है कि 10,000 का मैं खरीदूंगा क्योंकि यू हैव एन अर्निंग पर शेयर ऑफ 10,000 रुपीज. मैं बोलूंगा भाई यार तू भी क्या बात कर रहा है, 10,000 तो मैं एक साल में ही बना रहा हूँ, मतलब ये शेयर एक साल में ही बना रहा है. राइट ये मैं आपको दे रहा हूँ, आप एक साल में आप मतलब स्क्वायर ऑफ हो जाओगे लिटरली. देयर हैज टू बी द वैल्यू हैज टू बी मोर देन 10,000 ऑफ कोर्स. अगर मैं बोलता हूँ ये फोन फॉर एग्जांपल हर साल 10,000 रुपीज क्रिएट इनकम जनरेट करता है और मैं बेचने जाऊंगा तो ऑफ कोर्स इसकी वैल्यू 10,000 ज्यादा होगी ना, एक साल में कवर हो जाएगा. इफ सपोज दिस फोन विल बी देयर फॉर नेक्स्ट 10 years, the value should be 1 lakh rupees at least. और अगर टाइम वैल्यू ऑफ मनी हम करेंगे तो it could be something different as well. So what is the value which the market is having of that particular share, which is price divided by the earning per share, which is the earnings that we are making per share. If the price per earning PE ratio is less than 20, coming to the Warren Buffett का philosophy, if it is less than 20, we are saying that 20 साल के अंदर मेरी कंपनी खुद इतना बिजनेस जनरेट कर लेगी कि वो मेरा जो प्राइस जो मैंने पे किया वो रिटर्न कर देगी मुझे. दैट्स द फिलोसफी. इन 20 years is something that like वॉरेन बुफेट ने खुद से अपनी एनालिसिस के हिसाब से सोचा था. दैट्स हाउ he like finalized that particular number, which is 20. What happens with different sectors? अब क्यों ये क्वेश्चन ये हर सेक्टर पे एप्लीकेबल नहीं है, क्योंकि हर सेक्टर की हर टाइप की कंपनीज की डिफरेंट प्रायोरिटीज होती है. if we talk about say Tradomate.one, we are focusing more on user acquisition, we are focusing more on customer satisfaction. इसलिए हम लोग ये सेशन भी कर रहे हैं. we want to understand कि यार आप लोग कितने satisfied हैं, हम आपका जर्नी देख रहे हैं, understanding if you are actually solving the problem or not. So that's the bigger picture. If we are actually solving this particular problem, an investor can actually offer a higher value per share to Tradomate.one as well. They are not focused on returns. So because of this, P ratio of say banking में हो सकता है 20 से नीचे अच्छा होता है, ऑटोमोबाइल्स में हो सकता है कि 30 से नीचे अच्छा होता है, और टेक कंपनीज में हो सकता है कि 50 से नीचे अच्छा होता है, बिकॉज टेक कंपनीज आर मोर इनोवेशन ड्रिवन एंड ऑल दिस थिंग्स. राइट मैंने यहाँ पे 20 इसलिए रखा है बिकॉज अगेन बस दिमाग में आया, दैट्स व्हाई आई जस्ट पुट 20. अगेन दैट्स द रीजन आई एम सेइंग कि यार आप जस्ट डोंट गो एंड इन्वेस्ट इन दीस कंपनीज. Perfect. Once, do we have any other question here?
Yes, sir. One more question. What is ADX? Like you mentioned.
ADX का full form is average directional something. Let me just check. भूल गया. It's average directional index. I was right. Again, full form में कुछ नहीं रखा है. In the end, उस ADX वो चीज बताता है कि यार if the price are actually following some sort of trend or not. It can be bullish or bearish. If you are putting ADX greater than 30, we are saying that I want to look for some trending stocks. ठीक है ना. अगेन मैं एक इंडिकेटर पे नहीं जा रहा हूँ. देयर आर मोर थिंग्स जो कि ट्रेंड को या फिर जो साइडवेज मार्केट को उसको अंडरस्टैंड करता है. देयर इज समथिंग कॉल्ड एफिशिएंसी रेशियो. जब भी आपको टाइम मिलता है बाद में कभी देखना. एफिशिएंसी रेशियो साइडवेज मार्केट को प्रेडिक्ट करता है एंड सो ऑन. So that's how I think you guys have used the platform as well. Let us know if you have any questions or feedback about the platform. Yeah, before moving to the next part, we have a Discord community, guys. मैंने एंड में उसको कवर भी किया है ऑन द वेबसाइट इटसेल्फ. आप स्क्रॉल डाउन करके बिल्कुल नीचे देखेंगे देयर इज समथिंग कॉल्ड डिस्कॉर्ड कम्युनिटी. Make sure you join the community because you will be in direct touch with the entire Tradomate team and many other traders out there. आप स्टूडेंट से आपको काफी लर्निंग होगी. सो या इट्स फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट. ऑफ कोर्स यू कैन डेफिनेटली ज्वाइन. सो स्टॉक सिलेक्शन हो गया है ना. हमने कौन सा स्टॉक पकड़ा था? लेट मी जस्ट कम बैक. इट वाज आदित्य विजन लिमिटेड. इट्स अ स्मॉल कैप कंपनी. बट लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड, लेट्स टेक दिस थिंग ओनली. आदित्य विजन कंपनी मैंने स्टॉक पकड़ लिया. सेक्टर एनालिसिस हुआ, स्टॉक्स पकड़ लिया. नाउ कमिंग टू the last thing, which is analysis, which is basically me building our own trading strategy. Now, what is backtesting? How to analyze a strategy using AI. ठीक है ना, ये हमने briefly तो उसमें देख लिया था. But let's understand with an example strategy. RSI breakout strategy. ये क्या चीज होती है? We'll understand it in the next slide. Most of you guys would have heard this particular thing कि यार there is a support level, there is a resistance level. ठीक है ना. आई थिंक आप लोगों ने सुना होगा. लेट मी नो विद अ थम्स अप इफ यू नो ऑफ और हर्ड एनीथिंग अबाउट द सपोर्ट एंड रेजिस्टेंस लेवल. ओके, थम्स अप तो काफी लोग कर रहे हैं. अगर आपने नहीं सुना है तो गिव अ थम्स अप. देयर आर नो थम्स डाउन गाइस. देयर इज वन. दैट्स सो गुड गाइस. मतलब मैंने इतना एक्सपेक्ट नहीं किया था. यू गाइस आर चैंप. हमारे टाइम पे लिटरली इतना नहीं करते थे. दैट्स good. Congratulations to you guys. Perfect. So I'll quickly won't go into detail क्योंकि एक thumbs down था, थोड़ा सा मैं बता देता हूँ. Support and resistance level ये होता है. If we draw some horizontal lines, right? Market most of the times market follow some sort of channels. और वो particular level cross करता है and then there is a breakout. Be it the upper level or a lower level. The upper one is called resistance level. The lower level is called support level. ये जो सामने आपको स्क्रीन दिख रहा है, you can see here that the market was stuck between the resistance level and the support level. When there is a breakout, we saw the market price went up significantly, and that's where a lot of people buy. Right? That's one of the trading philosophy. Right? Now, क्या हम बोल सकते हैं कि ये हमेशा काम करेगा? What do you think? Will it always work? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Thumbs down. Yes, it won't work always. Why? Because it is incomplete. We need to understand this, and that's where different types of technical analysis and other things are very important. So let's complete, right? I have a trading strategy. Now, this is a full-fledged trading strategy जो कि मेरे trader friend ने मेरे लिए बना के दी है just for this particular session, guys. Which is breakout plus volume plus RSI strategy. Now, what is a breakout? जो मैंने बताया था इसके just पीछे वाली slide में, which is basically रेजिस्टेंस लेवल को क्रॉस कर दिया है या फिर सपोर्ट लेवल को क्रॉस कर दिया. दैट्स कॉल्ड अ ब्रेकआउट. वॉल्यूम, अब यहाँ पर मैं किस तरह से इसको कंफर्मेशन मिलेगा? द फर्स्ट कंफर्मेशन इज बेसिकली यार इफ देयर इज अ ब्रेकआउट एंड देयर इज अ सिग्निफिकेंट अमाउंट ऑफ ट्रांजैक्शंस व्हिच आर हैपनिंग एट दैट टाइम इटसेल्फ. अगर मैं पीछे जाऊं, यहाँ पर ये जो एंट्री पॉइंट जब आया था, जस्ट इमेजिन इस एंट्री पॉइंट पे लैक्स ऑफ ट्रेडर्स हैव स्टार्टेड doing some sort of trading activities. It can be buy or sell, right? You can say that still अगर वो breakout होता है, एक बहुत अच्छा validation, बहुत अच्छा confirmation है that this particular breakout is very, very strong. So we need to analyze the volume as well with the price. So the volume should be 2x compared to the average volume historically, let's say in last 90 days. The last thing is RSI. RSI is one of the technical indicators, relative strength index. Again, I'm not going into detail. It's just to understand the bullish and the bearish, I would say, extent of the market. अगर वो 70 से ऊपर है तो कुछ सिचुएशन होती है, अगर वो 30 से नीचे है तो कुछ होता है, and so on. It's again, guys, please do more research on it. I'm not going into detail, otherwise काफी लंबा सेशन हो जाएगा. So these are the three things: breakout, volume, and RSI. Right? Now, this is just one type of strategy. Now, there are a lot of different types of technical indicators that I could actually consider here. There are, as I mentioned, there are multiple books on technical analysis जो कि काफी मोटी है. We can understand कि यार उसमें से सारी चीजें यहाँ पे नहीं डाल सकते. There has to be a 3 to 4, 5 technical indicators or some chart recognition, something that we can put. and make out building outside build out own trading strategy. So now let's build our own trading strategy again using AI. Is it possible to build our trading strategy with AI? Definitely yes. The first way is using ChatGPT and a very famous platform called TradingView. I think अगर आप सभी के सभी चैम्प हैं, काफी लोगों को मार्केट्स के बारे में काफी पता है, तो I think you would know TradingView as well, 101%. I have no doubt. Again, I can see a lot of thumbs up. So you can use TradingView, and there's something called PineScript. Now, what is the PineScript? What is PineScript? PineScript is their own programming language where we can actually create our own trading strategy and do detailed analysis on. Now, मैं एक non-coder, मैंने बताया mechanical engineer, had no interest of learning programming when I was in college. I should be learning programming at that time because मुझे ऐसा लगता था कि यार why to learn programming if I am in a different field. But guys, again, if you guys are from different types of field, programming is a very important skill set which everyone should learn, at least some basic things. That's a learning from my side. मैंने नहीं सीखा था. How can I do these things? Again, उस समय तो मुझे खुद को PineScript सीखना पड़ा था. Now we can actually do something like this. On ChatGPT, I just wrote, generate a PineScript code for me with RSI undersold and oversold philosophy, right? RSI undersold, oversold जो मैंने आपको RSI का जो बताया ना, greater than 70 and less than 30 वाला. तो PineScript का है, ChatGPT एक code लिख देगा. There is a possibility that we will have a wrong code. We'll have to interact with ChatGPT to in the end have the correct code. We can use this particular code, go back to TradingView, and then again run the analysis. And this is something that you will see, which is basically backtesting on TradingView. I highly recommend you guys to check out TradingView if you've not checked it out yet. TradingView is a very good charting library where you can do a lot of analysis directly on the platform on charts directly. ठीक है ना? तो ये सारी चीजें हम लोगों ने किया, सारी strategy ChatGPT use किया है. We built the PineScript code. We got this thing. Again, ये थोड़ा difficult है, although doable. Let's make it easy again. ठीक है ना? मैं फिर से अपना platform use करवाना चाहूँगा because this is something that we have created very recently. By the way, guys, अगर आप website पे देखेंगे ना, I want you guys to check out the website again, Tradomate.one. You will see on the top, it's coming soon. Create strategies with AI without writing a line of code, right? And notify me का वहाँ पे section दिखेगा. Just for this particular session, just for this workshop, and just for lunch, we have made it live already. Although हम लोग थोड़ा सा अभी हमारा marketing वगैरह इसमें होना बाकी है. Just for you guys. Again, please don't tell it to anyone outside this particular room because अभी हमने उसको officially launch नहीं किया है. It will be launched on 5th of March. But we have made it live for you guys. Follow these steps, which is basically create, click on start backtesting for free. Right? I'll do one thing. I'll do it with you. Just 1 second. Let me come to this particular. Yeah, I was talking about this particular line, right? Again, if you click on start backtesting for free, you'll see a dashboard like this. Now, I've created a lot of trading strategies in the past. Right? There are some trading strategies with 95% return and all these things. Again, if you want to stay in touch with me, again, I won't be telling you the exact trading strategies. It's not allowed. Being a CFA charter holder, there are some rules and regulations. Again, we come under SEBI. So, हम trading strategies नहीं sell करते हैं. We are building a platform where you guys can build your own trading strategies like this one. But I would love to stay in touch with all of you. Let's do one thing. I'll click on. मैं पहले इसको quickly बता देता हूँ. This is the dashboard. On the left hand side, you can see builder. Screener is already something already that you have explored. Documentation. You guys, I think most of you guys would know some sort of programming, and just to understand the platform, go through the documentation. Discord is something that I already mentioned. It's free of cost, guys. कुछ time के लिए free है. We have somewhere around 500 or 600 members. After crossing 1,000, we'll start a payment. I would say we'll have a payment layer for the Discord community. जब तक के लिए free है. जब तक मतलब 1,000 तक free है, please make sure you join it. Let's do one thing. I'll click on create new bot. Now this is something that we launched, which is rule-based logic creator, AI powered. If you want to do Python programming, click on this one. Because like this session is on AI and using technology to build trading strategies, I selected the rule-based logic creator, click on proceed. Over here, you'll see some predefined trading strategies. You can select some of these and proceed, but let me do one thing. Here, this is basically a search bar where you can create your trading strategies using AI. तो ये जो मैंने बहुत सारी चीजें बोली थी, right? For example, if I write this particular thing, which is make, actually मैंने कुछ examples यहाँ पे डाल के रखे हैं. I'll come back to this one. हाँ, कुछ examples से I'll write those things on the platform as well. Make RSI oversold underbought strategy for me with a stop loss of 2%. Go long when bullish engulfing, short when bearish engulfing. Create a super trend strategy for me. These types of example or whatever you want to write, it should be specific to a trading strategy, right? So I'll come back to the platform. यहाँ पे मैं लिखता हूँ क्या लिखूँ मैं वही लिख देता हूँ वैसे buy when क्या लिखूँ मैं there's a pattern called मुझे कुछ thoughts नहीं आ रहे दिमाग में when I'll write the same thing which is RSI or create the same thing, create an RSI oversold and underbought strategy for me and exit positions when now RSI undersold and overbought. Again, I'm thinking from a trader point of view, and RSI and oversold and underbought is basically trend following. क्या bullish में और bearish में कितना है? There is no trend. I should not be going for these things. So exit when ADX is less than 30. Now मैंने ADX last time मतलब थोड़ी देर पहले आपको briefly बताया था. ADX less than 30 मतलब there is no strong trend. I hit enter. It will analyze my strategy, which is basically the plain English sentence. Understand each and everything, create some conditions automatically. You don't need to write a single line of code. It asks which particular stock do I need to select here. कौन सा हमने select किया था screener पे? This is the one, right? Aditya Vision Limited. Right? I'll select. I think इसका इतना कुछ वो मिलेगा नहीं, but let's do the same thing. Aditya Vision Limited. ठीक है ना? BSC, NSC. I'll pick NSC. Initial capital 10,000 rupees रखते हैं. One order per quantity. I'll keep everything as it is. I'll just write here my session strategy. Tradophile. I click on proceed. These are the conditions which are created. RSI हुआ है, exit condition I mentioned about this, and there's a short condition as well of RSI greater than 70. I'll take a short position, and there is a exit condition here as well. I'll do manually. I can actually do more things here. I want to add more things. For example, say I need to make sure, although like ADX less than 30 पे तो exit कर देना है, but I need to make sure that ADX should be greater than 70 at the time when I take a long position. So यहाँ पे मैंने लिखा है और यहाँ पे भी same चीज मैं कर देता हूँ. ADX greater than 70. मैं यहाँ पे भी मतलब सारी चीजें use कर सकता हूँ. I'll select the stop loss and take profit. Let's keep 2 and 4% only, and here as well stop loss and take profit. And now let's click on proceed to backtesting. Now, what is backtesting? Backtesting is basically analyzing this particular trading strategy on the historical data, right? इतना ज़्यादा conditions मैंने लगा दी. There is no order which have actually followed this particular thing. I'll do some changes here, or let me do one thing. I'll select some other stock. जिसकी थोड़ी volume ज़्यादा अच्छी हो. Let me select pick Infosys. Let's click on proceed to backtest again. Again, there are no orders. I'll have to revisit the strategy. I might have made some very strong conditions. I'll unselect this ADX का यहाँ पर. Let me see if there are some orders now. There are 59 trades which have happened, right? Profit is close to 0%. Again, we are not making any money, but again, this is not the main motive. The main motive is to understand if my trading strategy is good or not. This is the chart that I can actually, I would say, hover or I can zoom in and zoom out to understand if I'm actually making all the trades correctly or not. For detailed backtesting, I can click on backtest in depth. Again, guys, backtesting is free of cost at Tradomate. I think most of the platforms do charge some sort of money. They offer some credits for backtesting in the first 3 to 4 days. But बाद में वो पैसे लेने लगते हैं. We are making it completely free of cost. So yeah, we can understand how my portfolio has behaved historically from start. You can see there is a lot of volatility. I need to work on this particular trading strategy. But again, making a lot of return is not a motive in this particular session. You can do the risk and ratio analysis as well. The scenario analysis, which is basically understanding if my trading strategy only works for bullish time or only works for sideways market or only works for bearish time. We need to understand very trading strategy, different types of market में कैसे करती है. I'm not clicking on this one because it will take time. You guys please do it. And order level पे analysis जो मैं बता रहा था, risk ratio analysis. Pranav mentioned about risk ratio, risk return ratio of 2 and 4 and जो भी हम लोगों ने बात किया था last time. So that's the backtesting of trading strategies. Please let me know if you have any questions about screener or about backtesting or building the trading strategies. Once if there are any questions, please let me know.
Sure, sir.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes.
Sir, I would like to ask that while making the backtesting in the platform, is the platform drawing the data from a trading view or like some charts, or is it like coded data from somewhere?
We are getting directly from NSE and BSE.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Why? The answer is very simple, because there has to be 100% accuracy in the data. We cannot rely to a third party. So that's the reason we are getting data directly from the exchanges.
So there's one question by Neeraj. Can we backtest commodities market?
Can we 100%? If anything is being traded, it can be commodities, it can be forex, it can be stock market, options, futures, cryptocurrencies, etc. Everything can be backtested. Again, I'll come to the first statement that I made at the start of this particular workshop, which is basically trading in the end is transaction. So on Tradomate, okay, on Tradomate it's only stocks. Why? Because we are only allowed to do stocks backtesting by the exchanges, by the regulations. We are not like, we need to get an approval. Abhi humko uska approval nahi mila hai. Mostly we are only focusing on stocks. Will cover the FNO as well in future. Perfect. I am pretty sure that you would have got some eye-opening results. And in this analysis, what's that one thing that you guys should focus on? In the beginning, I think Satyam or someone mentioned about risk management, right? What is that one real thing that which should be in your utmost focus in stock market? What happens in this in the traders world is basically you placed an order, your heart races, and the market moves
psychology
against you. Most of the cases, the market moves against you. This is what happened today. I think आप में से काफी लोगों ने market track किया है. The markets crashed today. Although yesterday it was like there were many analysts, there were many people on the news channels as well. लोग बोल रहे थे कि market यहाँ से rebound हो जाएगा. इतना बुरी तरह से crash हुआ है कि I think now the next level is 21,800 for Nifty. Right? जितना बड़ा impact पड़ा एकदम से market पे. So the market moves against you when you don't want it to be against you. Now in this situation, what is your next move? The fear evoke emotional trading. You end up being emotional, psychology, as someone mentioned. You end up being emotional, taking wrong trading decision. And I have seen many people, n number of people who have like lost lakhs of money. A few people lost crores of money just because of the emotional biasness. मेरा एक बहुत अच्छा दोस्त है, उसने ऐसा किया था, I won't name him, but उसने actually I think he lost somewhere around 1.38 CR in just one trade itself because he was horribly wrong in that particular thing. And again, मैंने उसको बोला भी था कि यार don't put that much in just one trade itself, and again कुछ नहीं कर सकते, एक बार पैसा गया तो गया. Now how to manage this particular thing, and this is where risk management comes into play. Someone in the beginning mentioned, I forgot his name, I think Satyam, or someone mentioned it in the very beginning. I think you guys read my mind. That's why I'm saying that you guys are amazing. आप लोगों ने जितना अच्छा रिस्पांस दिया, आई डोंट थिंक मुझे आज तक कभी किसी वर्कशॉप में इतना अच्छा रिस्पांस मिला है. सो थैंक यू सो मच फॉर दैट. You guys already know a lot of things, and you guys are champion already. So risk management क्या है? We all know more than 93% of the traders lose money, and it's not because of bad trading strategies, but because of the bad risk management, right? And that's where we need to understand the market much more in detail, and that's where the second layer comes, I would say, play a very important role, which is managing the risk. Now, it's risk management is not. It's about how much money you are, I would say, making, and at what particular risk, right? Is it actually worth? जो मैंने वंश का जो example दिया था, mischievous activity का, is it actually worth to do that particular mischievous activity? What would have happened if the worst ever scenario happens? Briefly covering the maximum drawdown concept, जो मैंने उसमें बताया था. Maximum drawdown is the worst fall. So what happens if the worst thing happens? Right. So we need to have a proper structure for risk management. There are 4 types of things that we need to understand. The first one is diversification. Don't put all your eggs in just one basket. हम सभी ने सुना है, ठीक है? जो मेरे दोस्त ने गलती की थी 1.38 CR की, please don't do it. That's the reason I mentioned multiple times. वो जो 4 stocks आए थे, don't just go and invest in those stocks. There is a possibility that those stocks will go up, but again कुछ भी हो सकता है. Market कई बार बड़ा weirdly act करता है. We need to do more analysis. So please be aware that we should be diversified properly. If you guys have started trading money, I highly insist you guys to keep at least 90% of the money into long-term investing, and play around with the 10% of the money. And that 10% can also be 5% or 3% based on the risk-taking willingness, or the risk profile of you guys, right? जैसे मैं हो सकता 25% तक रिस्क ले सकता हूँ, आप हो सकता 5% ज़्यादा ना लें. So please make sure you understand these types of things. Risk per trade, if you remember, हमने स्टार्टिंग में जब हमने स्ट्रैटेजी बनाया था, तो एक सेक्शन आया था इनपुट का, which is basically the number of क्या था, the number of quantity per order. ऐसा ना हो कि एक ही ऑर्डर में आपने 1 लाख इन्फोसिस का शेयर खरीद लिया है, बेच लिया. If you are not capable of doing it, please don't do it. There are a lot of brokers now in the market which give leverage. जैसे अभी recently I won't name that particular broker as well. अभी IPL, अभी जो चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी में उसके एडवर्टाइजमेंट काफी आ रहे हैं कि यार you put 25% of the money and then we'll put the rest of the 75% of the money. It's basically a margin trading facility. It's very risky. If you are not comfortable doing it, if you think that you cannot bear that much loss, please don't do it, which is basically risk per trade. Risk reward ratio, someone already, I think Pradam already mentioned, which is basically कितना reward मिल रहा है, कितना risk है, and stop loss on take profit on all the orders that you have. These are the things, and this is the main difference between a recreational trader and a smart trader. मैंने बहुत सारे reels and YouTube shorts अभी बनाए हैं Tradomate से, which is basically India as a country should be moving towards becoming a smart trader than a recreational trader. पिछले कुछ टाइम में बहुत प्रॉब्लम्स हुई है मार्केट में, बहुत स्कैम्स हुए हैं. Now this is the time that we should open our eyes and start doing detailed analysis before taking I would say a real world trade in the market. That's why we say that we should always trade smart, trade prepared, and trade another day. What are the next steps, guys? There are 2 things I want from you guys. We put a lot of efforts into this webinar. मैंने अपनी पूरी टीम को इन्वॉल्व कर दिया था इस डेक को बनाने के लिए. Now I want at least 1000 sign-ups from you guys. Would you promise? एक भी thumbs up नहीं आया. देखो मुझे पता था आप लोग सिर्फ सुनोगे और कुछ नहीं करोगे. Okay, perfect. मैं खुद भी कॉलेज में रहा हूँ guys. इतना आसानी से हम फ्री में काम नहीं करते. Let me offer you something here. We are anyways tracking the usage of all the people from GGSIPU. And we plan a lot more things with the entire university. So please make sure you keep on using it. Maybe like we'll find a lot of opportunities together in future as well. We are an early stage startup. We do have a lot of hiring opportunities and will have a lot of hiring opportunities in future. Of course, there is a lot of things that we can do together. Keep using our platform. We have all your information. Again, Vansh will be sharing all the names and the email addresses. आप सभी को e-certificates मिलेंगे जिनने भी ये session attend किया है. We will track all your usage. We are already doing it. मेरे टीममेट सामने से निकल रहे हैं, मुझे बता रहे हैं यहाँ पे कैसा क्या चल रहा है. So yeah, we are tracking all these things on a real-time basis. And in future, we would love to reach out to at least 10 students from GGSIPU who are using it on a very frequent basis. And we'll explore if we can find some opportunities to work together. So that's something that I'm offering to the universities. If you have any questions, please let me know. Stay in touch with us on Discord community and on LinkedIn. In the end, this is the hashtag that we have, which is Trade Intelligently with Tradomate. And yes, as I mentioned in the beginning, which is basically stay in touch with us on Discord. It's https://tradomate.one/discord. And for the job opportunities, we'll keep on posting a lot of things on LinkedIn page. And this is the link of the LinkedIn page, which is linkedin.com/company/tradomate.one. That's it from my side, guys. If you have any questions, anything, please let me know, or we can wrap up the session. Vansh, do we have any questions here? Did you guys like the session? I tried
Vansh,
to.
your mic is off.
Sorry. Haji, मैं बोला था, did you guys like the session? Because I tried to keep it as I'm a college student. मैंने अपना वो CEO वाला phase को side में कर दिया because it's already very stressful. Sometimes a lot of people come and go, and we need to understand what we are speaking. Even reels में, podcast में, सभी जगह हम लोग को काफी देखना पड़ता है. In this session, I was thinking that I'm a student. So there's a lot of thumbs up and celebrations. Thank you so much, guys. Yeah, Vansh, you were saying something. You're on mute. Vansh, you're on mute. I think if you're saying something.
Vansh,
I'm sorry. Okay, thank you, sir, for sharing your valuable knowledge with us. We can proceed to the Q&A session. If someone have doubts, you can open up your camera or mic and ask your doubts directly from sir. And we'll have the attendance link, but before that, we'll click a screenshot with everyone's camera open, to put up an Insta story and promote it on our sessions. But before that, if you have any questions, you can ask sir. You can raise your hands and we can go one by one.
Guys, if anyone has any questions, we request you to open your mic and tell your questions directly to sir.
When I was on mute, I was asking a question to Vansh first. Would it be fine if I put this thing on LinkedIn as well? Maybe आप लोग को डालना चाहूँगा, which is Tradophile.
Yes, sir. Sure. Please
share the screenshots or whatever photos you're taking.
Sir. Yes, before, if somebody has questions, you can ask directly from sir.
Yes.
Or we can please turn on our cameras for a screenshot. उसके बाद ही मैं attendance form डालूंगा certificates के लिए. तो पहले सब camera on करेंगे. तो उसके बाद we'll click a screenshot. So please, if you all are here, we have 96 attendees. Okay, we have one question from Aman Gupta, sir. If you can have a look at the chat box.
1 second. When looking at the company's financial statement, what key numbers or trends do you think are the most helpful in deciding the When looking at the financial statements, the first thing that we need to understand is what is the sector of that particular company. If we are talking about, say, a banking sector, then we need to understand the overall interest income. If you're talking about an automobile company, we need to understand the overall revenue, right? If you're talking about a pharmaceutical company, we need to understand the net profit. So that's one thing. Different types of sectors have different types of matrices that we need to follow on. The most important and the most common metrics are return on equity, right? Return on capital employed, the P ratio. ये तो हो गया इसमें, ठीक है ना. उसके अलावा some margins like gross margin kitna hai uska, if the company is small, if you're talking about big companies like Infosys and other large cap companies, gross margin वगैरह इतना important नहीं है. ये तीन ही चीजें हैं जो कि सबसे important, return on equity, return on capital employed and P ratio. Again, other there are a lot of things, but ये तीन चीजें मैं सबसे पहले देखता हूँ. Debt to equity ratio, if we are talking about very capital intensive company, जैसे मैंने pharmaceutical का example लिया था, pharmaceutical company बनाना किसी मतलब एक ऐसा नहीं कि उठ के हमने बना दिया. There has to be a lot of capital which is required to build the industries and all, for which we need to take a lot of debt. So these types of industries, we need to understand the debt to equity ratio. If we are talking about say Apple or Microsoft, उसमें debt to equity का कोई role नहीं है, because they don't take debt. I think उनका zero ही है mostly. उनका तो cash in fact बहुत ज़्यादा है. तो again, depending on the type of industry, we need to understand this. Any other question, guys?
Sir, I have a question.
Yes, please.
So, like, sir, you are a CFA charter holder and have so much valuable experience in the finance sector. So, like, in your opinion, for students like us, slightly freshly out of college, what should be some of the finance opportunities that we are in the finance sector? What should be some of the opportunities that we should be looking forward to? And also that what would be the relevant skills that we should be looking to acquire to be a good candidate for those roles?
Cool. Investment banking is one of them. But before that, if I don't know कौन से streams हैं, if like you're doing engineering, you need to, the first thing that you need to do is like acquire some skill sets. CFA, if you want, you can do. It's not mandatory to have a CFA or any other certification to enter this market. There are many BCom guys who are doing pretty well, running some great funds in Mumbai. So कुछ तो आपको सीखना पड़ेगा if you are not from this field. Then after that, there are multiple things. The easiest option is investment banking analyst roles, financial modeling roles. In the beginning, वहीं से मैंने भी start किया था. Then there are some boutique firms जहाँ पर कुछ equity analyst, research analyst ये सब positions होते हैं, वहाँ पर होगा. That's the first step. Second step would be entering the sell side of investment banking, or moving towards private equity or venture capital fund. From the financial modeling role, it can be something into some banks like Goldman Sachs, etc. That's the second level. The third level is becoming a part of the deals directly. यार मैं खुद ही deal close कर रहा हूँ. वहाँ पर these guys make a lot of money. Right. The first step, analyst. Second step, where you are participating in the sell side. The third step is you're the last guy to shake hands, which is basically the closing the deals.
Okay, thank you so much, sir.
Any other question?
So we have one question from Spurs. He's asking, like, can you please share a short roadmap for investment banking?
This is the only roadmap here. Look for analyst related opportunities to get to, I would say, to convert an analyst, financial analyst or research analyst wala thing. You need to understand the market. Fundamental analysis आप अच्छे सीख लो अगर आपको investment banking target करना है तो. Technical analysis की इतनी जरूरत नहीं है उसके लिए. And then look for junior analyst or analyst roles. And then फिर वो खुद ही grow कर देता है. आईबी का सबसे बढ़िया इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंकिंग में हम आईबी बोलते हैं. आईबी का सबसे अच्छा जो पॉजिटिव पॉइंट ये है कि वो खुद ही ग्रो कर देता है. तो यू डोंट नीड टू डू एनीथिंग एल्स अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट. CFA or MBA in finance would be better. It depends on your priority. CFA is good for portfolio management. MBA is good for overall management. Overall things like corporate governance or any other thing related to company. So if you are interested in something like this, what I am doing, then CFA makes sense. Otherwise, if you see someone who is managing a team of 200 people in, say, McKinsey, then MBA is good. Next question is, what's your take on NICM exams? I actually cleared a lot of NICM exams when I was in college. I think it's no profit, no loss thing. It's good for learnings. but I don't think उसकी कुछ ज़्यादा value addition होता है उससे profile में. Resume पे इतना strong नहीं है. It's good for learnings. Anything else? How to break into quant finance for अच्छा पहले एक question था sir, what are the best ways to calculate the valuation of a company? There are 3-4 ways: discounted cash flow, discounted dividend model, and leverage buyout, and like a lot of things. Again, इतना time हमारे पास है नहीं इन सब models को मैं बताऊंगा, but I'll just say the best way.
So
and the
leverage
most,
buyout files, I think, for private equity.
yes, for
And view analysis is for private equity, yes. And so DCF is, I think, takes on, it's much of an outdated method, but you have to predict some of the what are the future plans of the companies or the valuation changes.
इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि लोग DCF use नहीं करते हैं. DCF is the first thing that people do.
Yes,
it's
yes.
It's an old method, but DCF हुआ, dividend discount हुआ, market जो competitor analysis हुआ, these types of things.
Yes.
Are the most common ways. There's no best here because different people do different things.
Okay.
How to break into quant finance? Be a mathematician first and then finance. That's why it's quant finance and not finance quant. Be a quant first and it's easy, right? From engineering base, I think it's very easy because you already are have a good exposure of mathematics. Just keep on doing what you're doing in maths and start applying for jobs on quant roles. It's not that difficult to get a job here. How tough it is to it is difficult to clear all 3 levels of CFA. You need to proper detail I would say study for that. But not impossible. It's easier than IIT JEE. When IIT किया था तो मुझे बड़ा difficult लगा था CFA, but still it's pretty difficult. You need to proper time for that. As a part time नहीं कर सकते इसको. How to get into financial consulting, mutual funds and all? Financial consulting, mutual funds and all. मतलब क्या इसका? Financial consulting, mutual funds and all. Do you mean the consulting business? Vibhav, can you please elaborate?
Yes, yes.
Consulting business is completely different from what we are doing. They are mostly into, again, for that, किसी ने पूछा था MBA versus CFA, तो MBA वाले लोग वहाँ जाते हैं. It's not related to what we have learned here. They do basic analysis. In the end, जो mutual funds का जो final call जो लेता है वो होता है portfolio manager, market research. So he's different from consulting. These we are talking about.
But एक consulting fund के लिए भी हमें एक degree चाहिए होगा ना, basic CFA.
मुझे consulting का इतना knowledge नहीं है. I won't be able to answer this. So what are your views on the forex trading? Yeah, trading तो again risky होता है. Be it stock, options, it is risky. Forex also it's risky. I can explore if you want. That's my view. We'll take 2 more questions and then we'll wrap up. If you have more questions, again, please share it with Vansh and मैं सारी चीजें answer कर दूंगा बाद में. So what are your views on forex? ये तो हो गया ना. Any 2 more questions if you have, otherwise we'll stop. I think by now you already joined the Discord community and are following the LinkedIn page. So that is sorted. Cool. I think we don't have any other questions. Once we can, I think, wrap up this particular.
Yes, we can do it.
Thank you so much, everyone, for your time.
Thank you so much, sir, for the incredible session. Like before that, like I request everyone to please turn on your cameras. We'll take a screenshot. Please, guys, we have 96 people in the attendees here. Please, everyone, please turn on your cameras. We can take a screenshot. We'll post it on our socials. Okay. Sashit, if you're getting a big view, please take a screenshot.
I took screenshots.
Okay.
Cool. Thank you so much, guys. Have a nice day.
Thank you so much, guys. Please don't leave the meet. I'll put up the attendance form in the chat box.
Can I leave?
Yes, sir, you can do. Thank you so much, sir, for this insightful session, sir. I'll share the list of attendees with you.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thanks. It's my pleasure. Thanks. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
that.
sir. Thank you so much. Okay, guys, like we have the attendance form in the chat box. Please fill it. We have it open for 5 minutes. Okay, एक तो लैब से ही बैठा हुआ है काफी बढ़िया. Okay, I'll put the attendance form in YouTube as well, in the YouTube chat as well, if we have like 2 or 3 people watching us there.
Guys, attendance form will be open for 5 minutes only, तो आप लोग जल्दी जल्दी भर देना please.